Now we'll just ping on one of the Discord server I have, and then we will start. Hello everyone. Can anyone confirm if audio, video, etc. everything looks fine from our side? We are back with yet another duel between the TheScrasse and Dominator. Dominator is India number one, IOI silver medalist, and ICPC world finalist. TheScrasse is Italy number one, two times IOI bronze medalist, and three times IOI participant, and ICPC world finalist again. So this is a battle of legends right now, and right now, like Dominator is leading the duel with a score of 6100 and 3000, and it roughly approximates to 2:1, where two is the Dominator has won two duels and Scassi has won one duel right now. Today we will have three problems, and let's see who wins the match today. Are you ready, Dominator Scassi, or would you like to say
Yes,
something before you say?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started now. Like I will first, I think first problem today we will have is of 1700 rated. So let me pick a 1700 rated problem and share it with you. Okay, and probably can you also share your screen as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I've not seen this problem.
And like, what about you, Dominator? Like, if it's fine, we will go ahead with this problem. Otherwise,
I haven't
I'll
seen
pick.
the problem. I haven't seen the problem.
Okay, then let's get started. I think 45 minutes timer starts now. So yeah. So I will also post the problem in the chat as well. So guys in the chat, do let us know who you are routing for and who do you think will win this match. Both of the participants are reading the problem statement right now. And Skasi, as usual, is trying on a whiteboard and checking who. And for the people in the chat, I think I will read out the problem for you. Okay, the problem statement name is Georgie and the number. George is a cat who really likes to play. Most of all, he likes to play with the array of positive integer b. During the game, Georgie modifies the array by using special changes. Let's mark Georgie's current array as b1, b2 up to bn, whatever is the idea. And then one change is a sequence of actions. Choose distinct indexes I and j such that a is greater than equal to aj. Get v equal to concatenate bi bj, where concat xy is a number obtained by adding number y to the end of decimal record of number x. For example, concat 510 is 50010. Concat 2 comma 2 is 23 true. Add number v to the end of the array. Okay. The length of the array will increase by 1. Remove from array the numbers with index I and j. The length of array will decrease by 2 and element of the array will be renumbered from 1 to the current number. Georgie played for a long time with his array B and received from array B and array consists of exactly one number P. Now Georgie wants to know what is the maximum number of elements array B could contain originally. Help him find this answer. Note that originally array could only contain positive numbers. Okay, the array B is very large. Yes, this is the first problem for today. And looks like Dominator has started coding here, and he's trying on sample test case. Let's see what is he doing here. Yeah, so someone has a doubt what is best resource I should follow for practicing questions difficulty wise. I think you can probably try yourself guide and like all the details are available on my Discord server. You can just join there. There is a channel roadmap to read and you can follow the advices written there. So best book for algorithm, I think you can go for CP Handbook, Computer Programming Handbook. Okay, Scars is looking at different sequences and seeing like what all numbers he can possibly from over here. And like looks like he will probably try to modify some numbers there while Dominator is coding something. Okay, first Dominator is looking at number of zeros at the end and probably removing them. Okay, which app they are using for notes, I'm not sure. Sweep line technique. I think once you know which algorithm you would like to read for, you can just for search for it on the internet. You will find some codeforces blog there, and you can also find some YouTube videos there. You can possibly look at them, or USAV guide should have an article on this. Okay, scarce is right now looking at number of elements which are not equal to zero in the starting. Okay, what does the problem statement ask? Okay, problem statement asks us for maximum number of elements array B could have contained. So like I'm not sure about the 100% solution, but like for example, if I have to find maximum, what I will always try is I always take one length element over there. But at the end of the day, like since none of the numbers have zero in the starting and all the numbers are positive, we will have to figure out some way to add zeros as well. And that's something I guess both of what Scarcely meant when he wrote like all the blocks would be of length 1 or 0. So Scarcely has a string s right now. He's looking at all the numbers and no one's um, Dominator is testing on the problem samples. Okay, it looks like Dominator has submitted something, and then he was checking if Scarcely has solved it or not. Okay, running on test case 1 for Dominator. Test case 8 looks like he might pass it. No, okay, WA on test case 10. Okay, so someone has a question like, do you think it's a good idea to add comments while writing code like Dominator in contest 2? I think what Dominator does is like he uses it as a thinking pad. So he first tries to come up with an idea by writing few statements, verifying it's correct or not, and then possibly coding it. And like it can be good idea, but if you are adding comment just for the sake of it, like probably you first complete the code and then you go back writing the comment, then I think you can just avoid that in computer programming. But if you are first writing your idea and then coding it, then that can be a good idea. Okay, so what Scassi has done is like he is looking at all the numbers, and as long all the starting numbers which does not contain zero yet, and then he is potentially okay I equal to n plus one or si not, or whenever si becomes zero, then he's probably doing some len plus one. Like, is he counting the number of zeros here? Like, I think I may end up just looking at the editorial ones to see whoever is near to the solution. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so we have a constraint like any new number we are adding should be at the end of the array. Got it. So like any unsorted order, etc., you can have can potentially be done from the starting only. Okay, Skull. Okay, Dominator is submitting again. Okay, this time he has got test case 8. Okay, does the wrong number of submissions count? No, they don't count. So that's why. No, I don't think I have said history was written in last ICPC World Finals. I just said like they have participated in World Finals as well. And to be honest, I don't remember Dominator's World Finals rank, but I can just check it. Okay, by the way, Brendan, did you found like what mistake we were making yesterday in one of the problems? Okay, Dominator's rank was 59 in the last ICPC World Finals. So for yes, that's correct. Like they were essentially playing the game on string rather than the original metrics they had. Okay, like did someone from the chat submitted this problem right now? Like looks like someone has just coded it and got an easy. Not from the participant, but maybe someone from the chat. Okay, both of them are constantly checking as well. What is the highest rank reached by an Indian team? I think highest rank from an Indian team in ICPC is around rank 18, which was in around 2011 or 12, and it was a tie between IIT Delhi and Triple IT Hyderabad teams back then. Okay, looks like Scars is making a submission here. Let's see what is he doing. Test case suite. Test case 17. Looks like Scars might get it. Test case 25. 36. 41. Looks like SCSI has got it. Okay, yes, SCSI has got it. Hey, hi, SCSI. And I think probably I will just send out the time. 4 minute. Dominator has 4. Dominator has 4 minutes to tie the match in case he doesn't. SCSI gets point here.
Okay, I don't see his screen, so maybe there's some technical issue.
No, I think
Oh,
you
okay.
were seeing what was on screen. Yeah, I think we can focus on Dominator now for the next 4 minutes. See what he's doing. So, Skasi, what was the idea for this problem?
Okay, so basically, if you have zeros, you have to merge them with the previous digits. So you actually start with some blocks like this. And now what you want to do is to create the number from okay, so you actually want to start with these blocks, but it's not always possible. In this case, it's possible because you can just merge from left to right, but it's not always possible. For example, if you have this number.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I think your screen is visible now.
It works now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have these blocks, but
right.
Okay. The optimal way to merge would be from left to right, but in this case, it's not possible, for example, because 1 is less than 9. And yeah, of course, merging 9 first with other stuff doesn't help because 1 is still less than anything that contains 9. So in this case, these numbers should appear together from the beginning. And yeah, actually, you have to check just which is the maximum prefix you have to merge together before starting. In this case, you have this. Okay.
I got it. Barely in
Okay.
time.
I can just check the time difference. If it's more than 4 minutes, you made it, but probably might be too close. Let me
Not
just
more
tell
than
you.
4 minutes. It's 3 minutes or something.
Yeah, I can probably, we can just look at, I think I will mostly just end up looking at the submission times here and potentially using whatever the timestamp. I see. Mhm.
That was really
So
hard
here,
for a 1700.
Yeah.
yeah, like I did not expected it.
I
Like I deliberately choose one of the old problem. I was expecting they would be a bit overrated, but turns out it was the opposite rather.
I misunderstood the
So,
problem. Like before, I was solving a completely different version.
okay, yeah, looks like the time is just less than 3 minutes. Had Dominator been 1 more minute late, it would have been won by Skasi. Like I think I will add the points for both the players. 1700. It's 850 points for both of them. And I think this was the special rule we had for the duel where the match can in fact be tied if you do it sufficiently close enough. So that's where we are. And I think, are you guys ready for the next problem?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let me just search for one random problem. The next problem would be what 2200 rated. So yeah, I think I will paste the link in the chat again. Like, can you just check this one? If it looks fine, I will pick this one up.
I have seen this before.
Okay, so let me. Let me just pick another one. What about this one?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, and scarcely like
I haven't seen it. I
okay.
mean, it doesn't seem like the most beautiful problem ever, but
Okay, I think
that's
I
how it
can pick
works.
another. I can pick another one if you both guys want
Okay.
to switch a
Yes,
problem.
another one.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Here is one random 24 200 problem once again.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. So can we start with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then the round starts now. Okay. I think I will paste the problem link in the chat again. Okay. Both of them are reading the problem statement right now. Okay. Like draw time is linear between 3 to 10 minutes based on the rating of the problem. You can find in the codeforces blog I have. And for this problem, it would be 6.5 minutes. And we also have a limit of 45 minutes. So if someone solves it at 44th minute, then the next person won't get 6.5 minutes, but rather 1 minute, because each problem must be solved within 45 minutes only. Okay, looks like Scassi has some DP ideas here, while Dominator has just started coding something. Okay, like you can probably look at it like this: if it's a CodeChef ID, it's Dominator's window. But if it's drawing board or a code editor like Sublime Text or something, or Emacs, then so not Emacs, I think Atom, then it's Cassie's window. Yeah, like probably the UI software I'm using does not support it. Okay, I think I will read out the problem statement for the chat. Or I think we can, like I was trying, but looks like not a lot of software don't support adding two screens unless I run OBS locally. Okay, the problem statement is 80th level archaeology. Archaeologists have found a secret pass in dungeon of one of the parameters of Cycle Land. To enter the treasury, they have to open an unusual lock on the door. The lock consists of N words, each consisting of some hieroglyphs. The wall near the lock has a round switch. Each rotation of this switch changes according to some rules. The instructions nearby says that the door will open only if words written on the lock would be sorted in lexicographical order. The rule that changes them is following: one clockwise rotation of the round switch replaces each of them with the next letter in the alphabet. So x becomes x plus 1, and like the last character is replaced with 1. Help archaeologists determine some closed rotation they should perform in order to open the door, or determine that it is not possible. No cyclic set of help will make the sequence of words exactly sorted. Okay, I think this problem looks more like we have a set of words where instead of 26 in the alphabet we have a number which allows up to c numbers, and like basically we can have alphabets which can go up to like not just 23 but 10 to the power 6 different alphabets. You have such strings, and now you have to find some rotation so that all the strings are sorted in lexicographical order, or we have to report that it's not possible. Okay, looks like Dominator has written quite a lot of code. Okay, the first thing is like last time Dominator one. Like Dominator is mostly checking the adjacent pair of numbers, and he's saying which rotation makes the numbers smaller. Okay, we are not changing the sequence, rather I think we are potentially changing the characters itself. So I think he's finding the first pair, and then okay, right. So I think the solution idea is same. Like let's look at each adjacent pairs, and for the first pair which is different, that can be different over there. If all the characters are same for both the numbers, whatever rotation you do, you will always get the same numbers. And once you have it, then for each pair of numbers there would be some fixed set of continuous range of rotations. Like it would be more like you need some minimum x rotation and a maximum y rotation, so that ai is less than ai plus 1. So Dominator has found it, like is trying to find like those rotation values only, and then he's potentially using prefix sum and trying to see does there exist some rotation which, like basically now we have n minus 1 different ranges here, and all we have to check is like does there exist a rotation where all the numbers would make be smaller than that. Yeah, I think it's 2200 rated problem, but I think I have some ideas, and this to me looks relatively easier than the previous problem these guys have solved. Okay, I can ask Dominator for his typing speed, or we can potentially keep it for the Q&A later. But I'm not sure if he has checked it on. Okay, I think Scassi also has some ideas here. Okay, Dominator is testing his ideas. Like, yeah. Okay, Dominator is debugging here. Okay, I think we have three questions today. So this is the second problem right now. So we will have one more after this, which would be 2500 rated. Okay, someone is okay. Looks like Dominator has made a submission. Okay, Dominator might get it. Looks like he's running on test case 11. Test case 20. No, like the RNG in Dominator's code is mostly a random number generator, and the seed, like basically, you need to input some random number in starting so that your code always gives some random number, and that's where he is using current time as a number. Yeah, like yesterday, I was doing Duel by the way, but I think Wednesday weekdays are a bit tricky. Okay, like this one is tricky. Like it's been 2 minutes since Dominator code is running, so we don't really have a feedback for SCARS. No, like I think Dominator is confident. He's just waiting to see an AC there so he can submit it. He can say it's fine. And I think it will mostly pass. I think I will just send a message for Scassi like Dominator is running on test 30. So in case he looks. Because like the verdict is taking two time and we are judging based on the submission time to find the difference. And it looks like it's already been 4 minutes. So like it's taking quite long and so okay, yeah, Scassi has at least read it like Dominator has submitted something. It's in queue and yeah. Yeah, like I can definitely check the exact time. but I think we were most so far. I was sharing the verdict like whenever it has gotten an AC. But here, if the tie time is 8 and code forces running time itself takes 8 minutes, then second guy essentially never had a feedback to even check if no case someone has got an AC or not. Okay, Dominator AC. Like around 2 more minutes are remaining for SCSI to claim a tie here. Or I think it's even less than 2 minutes. So yeah, like this one was tricky. Yeah, Hassan. Yeah, like here, like the submission itself took 5 minutes, so we didn't really had much verdict to say
Yes,
with
yes.
Scarcia as well. I think like I did try sharing like he's running on task case 30, which I think was a good proxy. Like this submission will pass, but yeah, I think approximately the time for duel is probably less than a minute remaining. And like, did you felt this problem was easier than the previous 1700 rated problem we had?
Yes, this was pretty easy.
Yeah. It was mostly random problems, but sometimes random problems are a bit tricky.
It looks like Stress has some formulas wrong or something.
Mm, but I think the time is mostly up, I believe. So this round will again go to you. Okay, I think it's so. Here is
Okay, I
Kasi.
was just debugging, but I was not fast enough.
Okay, so like what do you feel like? This problem was relatively easier compared to the previous 1700 dated we had, or you felt it was
I
I
more?
think
felt it
there's some
was
off by one here. Okay.
Yeah.
yes, I felt it was pretty straightforward, like the main idea, which is there.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
It was easier than the other problem, than the
yes.
first one.
So I think the next problem we will have is probably 2500 rated problem, and yes, and that could be last problem for today. So yeah, I think I will just pick one more random problem. So we have this random problem. Can you check if you have some issues here or not? Like, I'm mostly using some CF tracker app, which Scarce
I
said
haven't
earlier.
solved this.
Okay.
I haven't solved it.
Okay, I think then we can start with this problem. We have 45 more minutes. And I think I will also paste the problem for the people in the chat. This is 2500 rated problem. This is again a problem D in div 2 round. both the candidates are reading the problem. Yes, this is an interactive problem. Okay, I think I will read out the problem statement for the chat. This is Dasa and chess. Okay, so this is an interactive problem. Dasa and NN like playing chess. While playing a match, they decided that normal chess isn't interesting enough for them, so they invented a game described below. There are 666 black rooks and one white king on the chessboard of size 999 cross 999. The white king wins if he gets checked by rook. Or in other words, if he moves on to a score which says either a row or column with the black rook. The sides take turns starting with white and then plays as white king, and on each of his turn he moves the king to one of the squares that are adjacent to his current position, either by side or diagonally or formally. If the king was on square x comma y, he can go move to any of these squares as long as like the maximum difference over here. Like there are 8 possible squares where a king can move to, and he should still remain inside the chessboard. And then is also forbidden from moving onto squares occupied by black rooks. However, he can move into same row or column as black rooks. So he cannot place two pieces at the same place. Dasa, however, neglected playing by chess rules, and instead of moving rooks normally, he moves one of her rooks on any piece devoid of the other chess pieces. So he can pick any piece and move like rook at any place he wants, not just horizontal diagonally, what is generally happens in chess rules. So the king still follows the chess rule, but rook does not. Each player makes 2000 turn. If the white king wasn't checked by black rook during those turns, black wins. And then doesn't like losing but thinks that the task is too difficult for him. So he asks you to write a program that will always win playing for white king. Note that Dasa can see your king and play depending on its position. In the beginning, like you will receive 667 lines, each has two integers. First line is the king and next 666 contains rook. And yeah, so that's the problem statement we have for today. Like Scars is trying to see like what all areas he can potentially capture. Yeah, like the idea is probably not sure what idea I have on the top of my mind. Like Zwingli versus Tourist is a duel everyone wants to see. I think there is the duel between Tourist, Eknawala, and few more things. It's on Neil Wo's channel, I believe. Okay, problem definitely looks pretty. Like if I have to summarize the problem statement in one line, you have a chessboard which, unlike 64 cross 64, it's 999 times 999. And one of the player has only a king. White pieces have only king, and black pieces have rooks. And the king will win the game if he gets checked by a rook over there. And black's idea is not to check king here, which looks unusual in the normal setting we have. And now to play a move, king generally plays like how king plays in a chess, move to one of the nearby square. But when rook is playing, he can just randomly choose one of the places and place the rook there. And now we have to play as a white king and we have to win the game. Okay, so it's a strong statement. Like it's a strong statement. Like it looks like white king can always win. Okay, looks like Scassi has some idea here. Probably attack two rows or something like that. Yeah, like one thing where I am at, like one thing which to me looks like if I am at one position, I can try to move nearby corner of the square board wherever we are. But is it necessary? And yeah, like one observation I would have is like we can try to look at independently from each x-axis and y-axis, and like the game can be played independently there. So the problem reduces to you have a line segment where you have some pieces and you want to avoid reaching at a piece where you have a rook already. So like basically you have a number line which has 999 points. You are at one point, you can go to one of the nearby points over there. And like can you reach at a place where the other piece collides there? And like it does not make sense for king to remain at same position because then rook can potentially be remain at same position as well. Yeah, like, I am also yet to prove like the king can always win, but like reducing it to a straight line number line problem in one dimension can help a bit here. Okay, Scott was channel. My goodness. I haven't looked at a tutorial yet. Like I think I will probably spend 5-10 minutes more trying to think out loud, and then I can probably look at a tutorial and see who amongst Ren and Scars is closer to the problem. Can I bring tourist on my screen? I would definitely like to see him here, but I think he might be busy. No, I have not met tourist in real life. Looks like Dominator has some idea. Like we are mostly looking at Scarce's screen. Wait, what? Okay, Dominator gets WA on test case 1 itself. Like it's an interactive problem, so bit difficult to debug on CodeSaf ID. While it's a little easier to debug interactive problem on like interactive setup you have. I think one can potentially play it, write a brute force code, but like I think the hard part here is to first prove like White King can always. And I think it's time I will look at the editorial here. Oh wait, what? Dominator has submitted it. Like by the time okay, he gets a runtime error. And I have looked at the solution. Like the editor solution looks clean. The idea is like king moves to the center first, and once you are at the center, you will have four quadrants, right? And like then, based on the constraint, it can potentially be proven that one of the quadrant would definitely have more than 500 rooks over there. Like because you have 999 rooks. So if you look at just x-axis and horizontal there, then one of the sides should have more than 500. Similarly, if you look at on y side, if you are at a move either top, up, or below, like 100 of them must be at least 500 because total count. No, wait, that's not true. You have 666 rooks. So one of the rooks can have only 333, right? So let me see what should be here. Okay, Dominator is again on test case 25, 41, 50. Okay, looks like someone in the chat is again solving some problem. Like I see a similar username. Okay, Dominator AC. Wait, what? This was insane. I think we potentially have like how much 2500 problem. 8 minutes first class. Okay, I think like the stream will probably end in next 10 minutes or so. Okay, looks like I have also solved this. Okay, not okay. I was looking at standing in this contest. Looks like D was harder than E, and a lot of people solved A, B, C, E.
D is like it's not really hard. I guess the interactive format and all that took a lot of time to understand itself.
Okay, no, like basically, I'm looking at number of aces in this contest among after all submissions and everything. Like in total, D has less than 1,000 aces on code
Hmm.
forces, while every other problem from this contest has more than 2,500 aces, something like that. So interactive, and apparently, it seems a lot of people got like system test failures here rather than
Oh,
made, and that might be the reason for higher difficulty.
I think I think I would also FST because I did the wrong. Instead of removing position from my set, I removed position like because it was one indexed. I did not minus it before removing it. There was one
Yeah,
indexing of.
yeah. Looks like you had on test case 25, right? So
Yes, so it would
even
be.
like someone has runtime error on test 14 in main test. So
Hmm,
25 would have definitely be a system test,
hmm,
and that might be the reason. Yeah,
might be. The problem itself is nice. Like I liked it.
yeah.
You
Like
basically first take the king to the middle position and then you walk towards one of the corners in a diagonal path. When you walk in a diagonal path, basically every quadrant except for the opposite quadrant will be like have to you have to remove the rooks from all the quadrants except the opposite quadrant to the direction you're walking in, and one of the quadrants will have less than equal to 166 rooks, so you win.
oh yeah, like I just ended up reading that tutorial by the way. Yeah, but yeah, I think like this one is right. I was first trying to solve it by looking at in x coordinate and y coordinate independently. So I was
That
thinking more
that does
like
not
now, yeah,
that
like
does not like that you extend that only because you have to deal with x and y. Like if you only try to do x, then it doesn't work. That's what I was trying first, but then I realized that okay, we can take x and y together and that will work.
got it. And what do you think? Like, is Kasi close to getting a tie here, or
I'm not sure. I don't know what he's doing exactly.
like, let's see. Okay, he has just submitted it. I think we might be just close here. Like, Kasi has multiple submissions, and I think he probably has less than a minute. It's still running on test one. Okay, one of them is runtime and one of them is TLE here. Okay, I think he's probably running it on his local then. Okay, so he was probably checking with some different constraints. It was 2500 rated problem, so draw time is around 8 minutes. And if he gets an AC, then I would say it's too close. Like I will have to probably look at in seconds to see whether it's ACW. Okay, I think this round is already over, and Dominator won it again. So yeah. Hey, hi Skasi.
Hello.
Looks like hello. Yeah, looks like Dominator one again. Like, what do you think like about this problem? I think I can probably update the score.
How to solve?
Okay, so what I did is that first you go to the center of the board, go to the position 500, 500. Now after
Okay.
that you divide. Now you after that you divide the board into four quadrants, right? Consider
Hmm.
taking a walk towards 1 1. Like it consider walking in the diagonal towards 1 1. Then your opponent has to remove all the rooks which have either x coordinate less
Okay,
than 500.
got it. Got it. Lol.
Hmm.
The
Oh,
like
okay,
the
I think
rounds
you
are
can
tied.
continue explaining for the audience. But
Yes.
yeah.
So basically, the opponent has to remove things in the like three quadrants in an L shape, and then one of the L shapes will have greater than 500 rooks. So and you will reach in 500 moves. So you just win there because your opponent has to remove more rooks than you have moves.
And we were looking at why this is 2500. Like, at least I was not able to solve it immediately, but then we saw like a lot of people got system test failures here that ended up inflating
Yes.
the problem getting failure. So and like Dominator would have also got a system test would have gotten a system test failures if he would have participated in this contest. So that's very real. I think these were three problems for today. So Scarcy, like
Yeah.
what would be your strategy for tomorrow? Okay.
Down, I will just try to solve as fast as possible. I mean, here Dominator was extremely fast, and especially with the previous problem. I mean, you solved it in 10 minutes or something.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
It was like I just saw that problem and I was like, okay, I know what to do immediately because it was pretty straightforward at least to me. And then I was like, okay, and just
Yeah,
it was a bit tricky to implement. For thankfully, I got all cases right in the first go.
and I didn't.
Yes,
How much WPM do you type?
90 to 100.
So like it's approximately I think the score is around if I have to look at the number of problems counting draw as half, then like Skasi has 2 points and Dominator has 5 points. So like the match is approximately 5-2 right now. And so like let's see what happens tomorrow. Like probably Dominator, let's see. But it was a good game.
Okay, probably I have to win everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we are. Like people in the chat had some questions as well. Like one of the question was, do you guys play chess? And if yes, like what is your rating?
I don't play like not regularly at least, but I think Scrassy does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play very regularly, but I'm doing some tournaments for fun, and I need 7 points to reach candidate master,
Oh,
and
nice.
it's much harder than in competitive programming, I think.
Nice. Yeah. So you play on the board tournaments, chess tournaments.
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. I don't think I have played any of the on the board tournament yet. Although like if I play, I might not even be rated. I think they have some
I
minimum rating
used
of
to play
1500 something.
long time ago. I used to play long time ago. I was 1100 then.
Okay. Yeah, like I am too weak for chess.com or something there.
Okay. Anyway, problems today were cool,
Yeah,
unlike
like
yesterday.
yeah, like those were just random problems, and I think like the problem which we ended up removing, I also felt the same when I looked at the input there. I saw strings everywhere, so I was like, this is probably, and then yeah,
I
that's
also
good.
like
Yeah,
the first and the third one. First and third were good, but the second one wasn't like just implementation basically.
yeah, like I don't think like I like the first problem. Like I was looking at that tutorial, and even after reading that tutorial, I wasn't sure what's going on. Mostly probably because I haven't even tried them on paper, looking at what's working, what's not working. But yeah, I think the last problem was nice. At least when you know the solution, you will find it nice. But until you know the
Hmm.
solution, you are like, what to do here?
Yeah, it seems like you have to do some greedy or something like just trying. I was even considering just randomly moving and seeing if it works.
Yeah, it's
And
what I tried at the end because I didn't have time left. But yeah, here I reached this position and I saw, oh, okay, if I continue moving there, I don't manage to do anything. I should move there, but how to justify that? And then I tried to change the greedy parameters in some way to justify moving there, but yeah, actually, I had to look for another greedy completely.
Yes.
like I was trying to
Uh,
probably solve it by looking at x and y coordinates independently and seeing can we one there.
Yeah, so
But it
basically
looks
that was my
like
first idea as well. Like first idea I got for x coordinates only, move to the middle and then try to go to one side. But that wasn't being good enough. So then I thought, okay, let's extend this to 2D. And then I got the idea.
yeah, but is this the intended solution? Because I actually think it's quite hard for its position. We can see also from number of solves.
yes,
Yes. Right.
like it's
Okay,
like this problem has just 800 ACs, while any other problem, looking at all the submission count and everything, has more than 2500 or so.
yeah, okay. Maybe
And
if you know the solution, it seems easier
right,
than it is.
right, and looking at if you look at this your friend standing, you will see a lot of system test failures on this problem.
Actually,
So
I only
that
have
was
five, six people participating in this contest in my
no,
friends.
like no. I think in my friend list we have good number. You probably need more friends. So in my friend list, I see around 99, more than 1,000 people, and
100 people.
yeah, and AC is an Awaken has an AC on it in contest.
Yes, yes, same
Pagan
here.
God has an AC. Dream Moon has an AC, and Tayaki has an AC.
Anton did not
Neil,
AC.
yeah, and Neil participated virtually, but he could not AC it. Like TFG had a lot of WAs even on the pretest itself, and that's where we are. As's group also had a system test failure on this one. So yeah, like I think once probably you know it, like the problem becomes easier, but finding might not be as easy as it seems.
Yeah, about tomorrow, I think you can choose the problems beforehand. I mean, just find some problems randomly, and if you don't like a problem, you can consider discarding it and searching for another one so that we enjoy it more.
So yeah, okay. Like the suggestion is probably I look problems beforehand or just random.
I mean, you can do like today, like when we discarded the string problem.
Yeah, like
Yes.
that is definitely doable, and I think I can probably start by checking four problems for each rating and see what I like. But then I think it might be a bit subjective. Something I like might
Mm.
not be as easy as it. So I can do that if you guys want me, or I can just keep it the random way we have right now.
I think it's preferable that way.
Okay, I will read three and find four problems for each of the three ratings we have tomorrow. And if we end up discarding all four problems, then I will just choose the random one.
Yeah, okay, I think 4 problems are definitely enough. Maybe
Enough.
we
Yes,
will
exactly.
just choose the first or second.
Okay, then I will do it that way. And yeah, that's where we are. People in the chat, like any questions you have for both of them before we probably call it today. Okay, people are suggesting audience choose the problem. Like you can DM me on codeforces. I can take a look at it. If I found it, I can probably end up using. So thanks a lot, Sren and Skasi, for joining us today. We will have day 3 tomorrow. And like, okay, Sren, people have one question like, what is your typing speed? Both of you.
90 to 100.
Yeah,
90 to
I'm
100.
slower. Yeah,
Okay, 90 to
Yes.
100 is words per minute, or what exactly is that?
The words per minute on monkey type, like no syntax and all.
Got it. And
okay,
I
I
think,
think it's like 70 for me. And this doesn't help in such type of competition.
yeah, like my problem is when I was trying type tracer and everything, I was making mistakes in English spellings. So I was pressing backspace, and that used to just take away all the typing speed I had. So I think I am faster in typing C++ than probably English sentences. So
There are some C++. I was trying with some C++ typing test, but that was like it was syntax I wasn't used to, so I got like 30 on that. But I think my C++ typing is much faster than 30.
yeah, and I definitely think I am using the same keyboard for probably last 6 years or so, and I feel like I can write a lot faster if this is the keyboard. If anything else, then I slow it down.
Yes, yes, same.
So yes, thanks a lot, both Shreyan and Skasi, for joining us today, and for everyone in the chat as well. We will have day 3 tomorrow, where Skasi would try to come back because Dominator has taken almost around 5 to lead here,
Yeah,
which
I
is
mean,
most equivalent, which is almost equivalent to the number of problems we had today.
right now it seems like Carson versus Nepo.
Right. Right. The
I'm
second
not
match,
sure.
I
It,
think.
it was very one way, and
Right.
Carson ended up winning everything.
Yeah, I
Okay
think.
then.
Yeah. So thanks everyone, and thanks everyone in the chat for joining us today as well.
Bye then.
Bye.
Yeah.